with us. We've been having a series of conversation on the matters surrounding the salary or pensions rather of former governors, and that has dovetailed into how it is important that the people have to be a part of every process that and decision the government takes. And we still have our guest Razak Olokoba in the studio with us talking about these issues. You talked about how indigenous people are the ones that have to take hold of the country as it is. And over the years, Nigerians have tried to make certain decisions with regards to whether protests or coming out to vote their decisions. But it seems like that is not inching us closer to what we want, perhaps until we have a unified front, so to speak. But how do we address this matter of various interests? We see that in some part of the country, there are those who are saying, you know what, we cannot continue with this agenda of Nigeria we want to go our separate ways because we feel marginalized as it is. Every decision that they have been part of over the years, be it confab, it has not really seemed to have brought them, make them benefit from whatever decisions the federal government is taking. How do we get to that point where we have perhaps a unified front, if it is even possible in the first place, for us to understand the Nigerian agenda?
Redemption is not close, and it's possible. You have to understand that the model we follow in terms of pattern of government, which is America. America is almost one religion, Christianity, almost one culture there. No diverse culture in America, except if you are trying to be assertive today. Almost one race, white. It's just dot that we have blacks in America today. So it's easy to say that bring somebody out to become president of America. But in Britain, where you have Scottish and England who has fought battles for almost 1,000 years, you must form a government that will allow each stakeholder to design the kind of society they want to live. And that was the pattern in Nigeria before. The pattern in Nigeria today gives us an impression that John Jonathan is there. It's an Ijaw government. When Buhari was there, this is the picture we keep having in our mind forever. Because, yes,
it can't change.
It can't change. The moment the Tinubu comes on board and I say, he's been fair to his people, I don't know what that means. So, up until the time where you give people the power to decide how they want to live their life, that argument will continue. You will collect Ijaw's people's money, oil money, and you divide it into 36. And you think they will be happy, but they can't be happy.
Even if they are getting the highest of the allocation.
That's not to treat an orphan's money. An orphan's money is an orphan's money. Give him his father's property. No matter how you manage his father's property.
But it's a national asset. It's a national asset. So now if you look at...
That is not how to define national assets. That's not how to define national asset.
Okay, so
and
that
concept of national asset has to stop. You are insulting someone by saying that you don't put anything to the table. And my asset now become a national asset. And these people don't bring anything to the table. Has a capacity to also put something on the table. And that's the main cross of the matter.
Okay.
So for
looking
us,
at what you said, you know, the federal allocation was just shared, and then Delta has about the highest. Bayelsa also got the highest, you know, the oil producing region. But people are now asking the question: how come they are receiving this much and they are still facing the problem they are facing? They are not even using this money to the advantage of the people. We are not seeing infrastructure. We are not seeing. Look at what Bayelsa has just, you know, just not very large landmass. I think it's the smallest, if I'm correct. So, but people are querying, they're asking questions as to how much have they expended, how much have they utilized this money to the benefits of the people.
You see, the model on ground now will allow you to misprioritize. The financial model.
How do you mean misprioritize? You have money.
Wait, the model on ground now, which says that is the federal government, put that back on, that's giving you money. Your priorities will not be straight, will not be clear enough. But the moment that you are responsible for generating your own resources, where people actually pay tax, you put your priority right because your people will be on your toes.
I mean, that someone gave you money for free does not mean, I'm using that word carefully, that someone gave you money for free does not mean you should be frivolous in spending, because you came saying that you are here to ensure that the interest of the people is taken care of, and that you ensure that there is the dividend of democracy. So receiving money from the federal government shouldn't be an excuse.
It needs to come to this and has come to that. So it has come to this. Don't let us debate it again. They won't be serious about how to spend the money. The practice will be wrong. And when the regions were there, we don't say we should go back to region. What we are saying that let people control, let people generate their own money. There was basis for competition. Institutions were growing when we had regions. There were universities, there were broadcasting houses. There were achievements that half of Europe do not have as at that time. And you go to UK, they say you have a similar institution in Nigeria, you have to go back. Even if you go and seek for medical intervention, they will send you back to Nigeria. The whole of Arab nations then were coming to Nigeria for medical interventions. So the moment people start generating their own resources, what led to the reason why Nigeria Delta were fighting when they got to Abuja? They saw what was going on in Abuja. Oh, is this oil money? So when you control your resources, there will be basis for competition, and the states who don't develop will question their governors. So now ownership is indulging. Okay. You can't eat your cake and have it back.
All right.
It has been tried all over the world, this model. It failed.
All right.
And that's why it's also failing in Nigeria.
Okay.
Let's go back to the appropriate thing. We stand with the president on the need to be prudent.
All right. Razak Olokoba, convener, Campaign for Dignity and Governance. Thank you so much for spending your time with us this morning on the program. All right.